Greetings everyone, my name's FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Aokana. Misaki suddenly squeezes Mr. Shito into my face. Haha. Good day, Masaya. Why do they do this in visual novels where the bottom half of a character is just cut out? Like, honestly. The hell are you doing? Hello, my name's Shito. Have you lost it? I was thinking to myself earlier, do I have a rather indecent shape? No, seriously, what the hell are you making Mr. Shito do? Misaki finally removes the doll from my face. Don't you agree, Masaya? Maybe we should take you to see a doctor. I hear there's an illness where you see everything as sexual. No, that's just my mindset. I'm not sick, I just can't shake the thing that he kinda looks like you. Like, if we put the two of you down next to each other? Huh? Why do you always have such weird thoughts? And why would thinking that make you shove him in my face? Give me back my innocence! Now! Ha! You know, imagine it happened in real life has me kind of excited. How would Masaya react if it happened to him? It sounds so fun. Not at all. You're making me feel sorry for poor Mr. Shito. Sorry to say, but Mr. Shito loves jokes like this. Have you ever considered just like not self-inserting into a plushie? Well, anyway, not this blank again. Oi, Masaya. What is it, Mr. Shito? Apparently Mr. Shito is the type to change your topic of conversation on a whim. So summer's about to be over, ain't it? But we haven't done a single thing one could describe as summery. Spare a thought for your poor girlfriend. You should. You should figure out an actual speech pattern for Mr. Shito before he goes through an identity crisis. Oh, jeez. Misaki throws both her arms into the air. It's summer, but you have been cruelly tormenting my young... Moving on. And cruelly tormenting... Moving on again. Just think about it makes me chillier than the coldest winter. One mention of your young summer body would have been enough. You sound like a total perf. Besides, I don't remember doing any of that. You don't? How cruel of you after you trained my body to be unable to live without your... For goodness sakes. What the hell is she on? Where would I even get a whip from? From a hardware store? Wires? Maybe, but I wouldn't know. Anyway, today is for resting my body. Strain your muscles to the limit day after day is an inefficient training method. You need to insert the appropriate amount of rest days in between, or else you won't be able to recover from your fatigue. Exactly. That's why we're doing simulations with Mr. Shito to train your mind instead of your muscles. But we've already finished our quota for today. Do you plan on spending the rest of the day just sitting around, chatting and smooching like usual? Don't call it smooching. It's embarrassing. We should at least try to hide things a little. I know we're a young couple, alone at home, but don't you think all that smooching is a bit much? No way, this is totally normal. Unhealthy, maybe, but not unnatural. We can bear no promise to each other. Oh, for goodness sakes. We don't just spend all summer being lewd. Don't call it lewd. She dramatically stares off into the distance. Summer's about to end. I can hear it crying out, I want to play with Misaki-chan. Sounds like you always with the fairies, yeah? My life is a fairy tale after all. I warned you before, but you need to watch how you act. I'm saying this for your own good, Masaya. You better believe me. Why do you sound so proud of that? Well, I guess everyone needs a change of pace now and again. I've been forcing her to go hard without any breaks since she resumed practice. It must be stressful. Stress leads to tense muscles, which makes you get tired faster. The mental aspect of it means you don't recover as quickly either. And Misaki is the emotionally weak type as it is. I've been too negligent, both as her coach and as her boyfriend. Fine, let's go do something summary. Misaki throws her hands up in celebration. Yay! Time to make Summer our little bee. I'm not gonna let up until Summer's begging for mercy. I've got no idea what you mean, but I can tell you're excited. How about we go for a swim in the ocean? Well, I love to wear my swimsuit, but a beach just reminds me of the horrors of practice. Oh, good point. She's been flying about above the ocean and running along the beaches so much that she's mentally linked to them with FC. I doubt she'll be able to fully enjoy herself. Want to wear your swimsuit in the club room then? Oh no, that's weird. Think of what could happen if we got used to doing that. Hate to say it, but you're right. I was really hoping she'd go for it. Let's get away from all this lewd stuff already. What my darling girlfriend wants, she shall get. When you think of a wholesome summer, you think of... How about the mountains? Are you nuts? I'm trying to rest here, but you're suggesting a hike? Good point. Guess that means walking or cycling on both out. Obviously, exercising out in the blazing sun doesn't count as a rest day. Nothing strenuous on the body then. How about the Iron Mole or the arcade? That's not seasonal! It's summer, Masaya! How do you plan on making Summer beg for mercy when you're vouchering all outdoor activities? It's your job to figure out stuff, not... Misaki, we do things as a pair, not just as a single. Hence the way you're going if you continue just treating Masaya like this, you know. But there's a way to spend your summer lazing around. I thought her problem was that she didn't want to laze around. Like sitting under an air conditioning doing nothing. So our only choice is to work up a sweat in this room together smooching, huh? It's not our only choice. Let's think about this from the top. Imagine summer. Summer, the incensed sun. A temperature in excess of 30 degrees from the moment you wake up. That's centigrade, by the way. Dripping in sweat. The danger of heat stroke from the moment you leave the house. Your shirt clinging to your sweaty skin. Your strength drained without you lifting a finger. You just hate summer. Oh no, I mean all that in a good way. I actually kind of like being a We figured that one out already, Misaki, for goodness sakes. No, you made it pretty damn obvious, actually. Yeah. There are positive things too, like ice cream, watermelons, rhinoceroses, beetles, yukata, you know? Oh yeah. Misaki points at me with a snap. But what? But that's it. A yukata. That's summer. It's exactly what I've been looking for. The simple eloquent of a yukata. Let's do it. Do you have one? You betcha. I think it's in my bottom drawer. Oh no, poor Mr. Shitu. Misaki zooms over to her drawer and opens the bottom drawer, pulling out a beautiful length of cloth. See? Right here. My yukata. Guess I'll get changed. I mean, if you really insist, I don't really have a choice. You absolutely must. I'm begging you. What's a girlfriend meant to do when you say that? I'll get changed right now for you. So turn around and keep your eyes shut. Got it. Wanna watch me change? Of course I do. What man wouldn't want to see their girlfriend? Okay. I even peeked. Okay, just after we started up our club. I really want to show you as a reward for being so honest with me, but if I did that, you wouldn't be able to control yourself. We'd be set on a straight course for Smoochville. I better not. Can't say I blame you, really. You gotta be able to change to that on your own, though. Unfortunately for you, I'll be fine. Oh, that sucks. I'll turn around and keep my eyes shut. You just wait there and suffer. Great. I can hear the rustling of cloth behind me. Misaki must be there. That thought has me suffering just as Misaki instructed me to. My imagination runs wild, fitting in for what I can't see. I start thinking that there must be something wrong with me for not turning around when there's a right behind me. If I had just the slightest fraction of courage, I'd get an eyefall. No, I can't. I mustn't. I stay still and do as I promise. A coach boyfriend must never break his promises. What's with all these three-letter words beginning with C? But. Bet you're wondering what I look like right now, huh? I feign calmness. Did you just take off your clothes? Yep. Why are you trying to test me? So I can relish the thrill of not knowing if or when you might snap, Masaya. I need that sense of danger, you know. This girl can't get off on the smaller risks. You're gonna cross the line until you get that under control. Yeah. I have a rust in the clothes again. Let's see, this goes here, then I tie this cord. Huh? Wait, this isn't how you dress. What? Funeral attire is left side in front. Normal attire is right side in front. Just tuck the left side under the right. Wow, you know all that, Masaya? I thought my grandma's spirit has come down to help me for a second there. Don't just pretend your perfectly healthy grandmother is dead. Everyone knows this stuff. When I was still playing FC, Aoi-san took me to a training camp. There's one of those traditional Japanese inns there, so she taught me how to wear a yukata. So I wrapped the fabric guard under the obi and... Oh no! My blood fell off! As if. She'd scream, not just say, oh no, if that happened. Thought you'd appreciate a little excitement. Well, I don't, so hurry up! Yeah. So this goes here, and I squeeze it tight. Okay, all done. You can look. Hey, oh, you got it on perfect. Misaki juggles her arms and while gently shaking her hips from side to side. Well, do I look cute? I think I did it properly. It doesn't look weird, does it? Feels like I may have been a little lax with the obi. Nothing's wrong at all. You're cute. Like, man, so cute. You look so different in a good way. It's just damn cute. but that dead serious look you're producing is making me feel hella awkward. You look great. Even though... Well, they obviously haven't because we can't see them. Then pick them up and stick them back on. Well, we finally made it feel like summer in here. Let's keep heading in that direction. What else is there? Oh, watermelons. I'm sure we have one here somewhere. You can't have summer without watermelons. Misaki begins to tremble in excitement. Summer! Watermelons! It's all coming together now. Yes, I can see it. I can see summer begging us for mercy. Time to finish it off. Finish what? Oh yeah. You have a veranda here. We do. Now summer's lost its balance. Back facing toward us. Time to pick up consecutive dogfight points. She points at me with a snap. It's time for our secret weapon, mosquito coils, and to make doubly sure he's done for, we can have a nip slip? A nip slip? Pardon me, old girlfriend of mine. This might happen in a swimsuit, but there's no way to do that in a yukata. You need a really loose yukata for one thing, and then you'd also need to not be wearing anything underneath, yeah. Sheesh. I should have stripped off my bleh. This is summer. A summer with my boyfriend, and yet I can't even pull off a bleh. I'm a failure. I think most people manage to go their whole lives without having yep. Either way, it's something you want to avoid happening. I don't want anyone other than me seeing them. A yukata, watermelons, a veranda, mosquito coils. Let's give this one more push. Something summery. Something summery. Misaki suddenly claps her hand together. Fireworks! That's it. A sparkle of sheer brilliance. It's only natural that Summer begged us for mercy when he saw our arsenal of a yukata, watermelons, a veranda, mosquito coils, and fireworks. What a fulfilling summer! Right, now that we can relax, how about we get back to the smooching? You're fine just thinking of the things? You don't want to actually do them? It's childish to pick a fight you know you're going to win. You've done nothing summery but put on a yukata. Come on, we got our ideas, so let's go do them. She squirms happily. Well, if you insist, Masaya, I don't mind playing along. Cool. Time to go buy some fireworks. Misaki rocks her arms, making the sleeves of the yukata shake about. But it's embarrassing being seen in yukata when I'm not at a festival. Man. Man what? Just thinking how damn cute you are when you're squirming like that. I'm no blah blah. Sorry, but my vocabulary isn't large enough to use any other word to describe a man who delights in tormenting. So I'll continue to call you from now on. You will? Yes, I have no choice but to call you it for all eternity. Sounds like my future's taking a turn for the worse. You know, I was complimenting you, so you could just be happy about it. She starts flapping the sleeves of her yukata about like they're the floats of a flight suit of that Skywalker from the summer tournament. I am happy about it. You are? But I figured that acting happy about it would violate the blood pact we made together. We didn't make a blood pact. I don't remember making any blood pacts. Misaki often starts talking nonsense like this. It's seriously confusing. Okay, I'm sorry about just now. I'm going to try and act happy about it. Say it. I swear I'll be overjoyed and embarrassed and stuff. Okay. Does she really need to get so worked up about this? Like, really? Can't I just come at the heat of the moment rather than always thinking, yes, I'm going to be excited, yes, I'm going to be thrilled, for goodness sakes, I'm going to be ecstatic later on about this non-existent existence. You look great in your yukata, and you're adorable when you're embarrassed. I could practically hear her neck creaking like a rusty machine as she tilts her head to the side. Thanks? Talk about stiff. Why you sound like a broken robot? What do I do? She starts rubbing her head in shock. What do you mean? Whenever I try and express emotions towards you, it always ends up at one of two extremes. Either I say something stupid to make a joke of it, or I end up going on about how much I love you and want to hug you and kiss you all over. Oh, I get what she means. I love to just smile and say thanks, but I can't. If I actually express how happy I am, I get super serious about it. I'm only capable of joking around or being serious. There's no middle ground with this girl. She starts groaning to herself. I always thought I was more of a cat girl, but maybe my inability to hide my happiness makes me more of a dog person. You're just you. It hasn't even been long since we started going out, so I get confused sometimes too. We'll get the hang of it sooner or later. I can't believe how much I've fallen for you. What a shock. It'd be better if you weren't shocked. Oh, I've got it. You're so cute, Misaki. I'm the luckiest man alive, having such a wonderful GF. Huh? You're just the cutest thing ever. I've never seen someone look as good in a yukata as you do. Every time I think about how I just overcome with happiness. It makes me want to profess my love for the rooftops. I'm gonna kill you. Why would you tease an innocent maiden like that? Oh, oh dear. What on earth is she doing back there? So much anyways. A counterattack? You flipped my brother. Don't start panting on me. You're the one who flipped my switch. You best be ready for what's coming. I'm sorry. Damn it. She is unstable. I think that's a word that you could describe the situation right now, folks, is unstable. Please forgive me. Misaki stares at me, panting like a wild animal. I hope now you've learned not to make fun of your adorable girlfriend. I definitely have. A hyped up love assault when I'm just minding my own business is not something I want to deal with. Anyway, it's summer. It's totally fine if you go out in the yukata. I totally stand out though. It's embarrassing. Misaki, you stand out as it is, okay? Even without the yukata. But most anyone will think is that you look cute in your yukata. It's like when you see someone wearing one in the street. All you think is, what if there's a festival going on? If you think anything at all, anyway, most likely you won't even spare them a second glance. I guess you do have a point. It is summer. Cool, let's go then. I'm not sure why we had to go through this whole ordeal just to come to a decision about leaving the house. But that's just one of the things I love most about Misaki. Yep. And here we are. In the evening sky. Oh, this is a lovely scene. Yukata, watermelon, something, Masaya. We're sitting on a veranda together, munching on a watermelon. Misaki breathes a sigh. I'm glad we did this. It really feels like we're on a summer vacation right now. You do realise we're actually on summer vacation, right? Oh yeah, we've been taking things so seriously, but it hasn't clicked, I guess. She swings her legs around as she spits seeds out into the garden. I can feel my body cooling as I dig into this cold watermelon. Oh, there's a breeze. It feels great. It cools down the thin layer of sweat covering me. The wind blows the smoke from a mosquito coil in our direction. The smell of mosquito coils remind me of the past. You mean it's nostalgic? Not exactly. I always thought they reminded me of the past, even when I was little. Though when I was little, I didn't have much of a past, did I? I wonder why I thought that. Maybe because they only come out in summer. When you're little, a single year can feel like a lifetime ago. So even the summer before would feel like it happened far off in the past. Oh yeah, maybe that's why. Misaki falls silent again, then takes another bite of a watermelon. I love the smell of mosquito claws. I love it even more when I think about how it reminds me of the past, but, well, I can't really explain it, but it makes me wonder if I shouldn't be like this. What? They shouldn't like the smell of mosquito coils? Maybe I'm too conservative. I don't know if that's the right word, but I've always been scared of things changing. The smell of mosquito coils is linked to that, I guess. Right. Asuka's always happy when she finds something new, but in my case, my fears of losing what I already have takes priority. I think that's one of my flaws. You're wrong. Huh? I am? Misaki's eye widens surprised as she looks at me. Yeah, you are. The reason you've fallen behind Asuka isn't because you're too conservative or anything. It's just because you haven't been using your head during matches. Maybe, but Asuka managed to smile back then. She means when she watched the match between Shindo-san and Inui. Do you think a player who can smile after seeing that can grow far stronger? Absolutely. You are angry, yeah? Angry? Or like, uncomfortable? Or, yeah, I guess angry works. It'd be a problem if you haven't felt anything. Laughing or being angry or whatever is fine. They're the same. I wouldn't say that's entirely true, Masaya. They're both two different extremes there. I'd rather laugh than be angry when it comes to a situation, but it also depends on the situation itself. I wouldn't laugh at something that is horrible. It's like you would use both angry and or laughing in certain scenarios. Mainly sarcastic scenarios when somebody is laughing then being angry because you didn't get the gist of a joke. Asuka's excitement pushed her to fly, while your grit and determination push you to fly. As far as the end result is concerned, they're the same. Two different ways of going about it, but results will be the same. But it just depends on the person itself in which they can be applied to. There are people who can grow because they're happy and people who can grow because they're frustrated. I think they're the same. I would rather be in the happy route, for goodness sakes. Who can go further though comes down to the people in question. I think as long as you can get yourself in gear, it doesn't matter. If having fun is what fuels you, then maybe thinking of your smile and those of the people around you is what will help you fly better tomorrow than you can today. If frustration is what fuels you, then maybe thinking of your suffering and that of the people around you is what will help you fly better tomorrow than you can today. Neither way is better than the other. Everyone's different. You really believe that? I've been watching you practice this entire summer. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I'm happy that you said that. It makes my head feel kind of hot. I don't think I have the confidence to see things that way myself, though. That way myself. You don't need to worry. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but the day you understand will come. And if it doesn't, we just have to keep on going until it does. Misaki giggles. Oh, come on, that's such BS. I'm telling you, it'll be fine. You'll understand it someday, Misaki. If she goes through all this intense practice and still doesn't understand, then all that's left is despair. And there's no way I'll let that happen. If things end in despair, then you have to pick me back up. I will. The instant I say that, a dark mass begins to accumulate in the depths of my heart. Not this again, for goodness sakes, Masaya. I hope this dark aura's not here when we go through Asuka's route. If our tactics work out, and all of Misaki's hard work is rewarded by winning the fall tournament, will I find myself able to fly? The mass melts and clings to the pit of my stomach. If Misaki falls in despair, then I'll give up on flying. In that case, I'll do everything I can to pick her back up. That's all well and good. But what about yourself? But what if Misaki's despair is the fuel that allows me to fly? I get goosebumps. It's all too easy to imagine. No, I can't give in to these thoughts. I feel like I was betraying both Misaki and myself. My only focus right now is helping her. Something wrong? You look real gloomy. It's nothing. I swear. You don't need to worry. I promise I'm not going to run away or stop practicing or anything. I might say it now and again, but I don't mean it. You really think I'd let you stop after we've come this far? It's too late for any of that now. Sorry for always bringing that up. Yeah, stop with the meteorite thing. It's fine. I know you're anxious. She's talked about these worries so many times that I have a good idea how she feels. Though she agrees with what I say, she still remains bound to those fears. Perhaps as an FC player, those fears can only be eased through flying. But even if that's the case, just staying silent about it will make her heart rupture, much like mine did in the past. I'll talk it through with you as much as you need me to, so don't ever hold back. You don't have to keep the pain locked up inside. I think I'll need to, thank you. Don't sweat it. Okay. Misaki gives me a small nod, then slams the skill of a watermelon slice onto the platter. Alright, we've eaten our watermelon, so now it's on to the summer's main event. The fireworks. Can't have a summer without them. Though we did only buy sparklers. Misaki stubbornly insisted that was enough. It's the feel that counts, man. It's the feel. Normal fireworks are better off in a group. It's no fun firing off a rocket with just two people. You're such a tomboy at heart. I even concluded that, for goodness sakes, before this turn. Like, episodes before this one, I concluded that Misaki was a tomboy. Sparklers are perfect for a couple, don't you think? I guess so. Simple yet refined. We could give each sparkler a name and lament how short their lives are as we watch over their fleeting sparks. That sounds kind of sad. Is that some kind of weird festival I've never heard of? Sounds pretty bizarre to me. Misaki pulls some sparklers out of the bag. We carefully set them up. You ready? Sure am. I take a lighter we found inside and use it to ignite the sparklers. If I can hold out 15 seconds, I'll beat anyway, San. Sounds doable to me. Tiny sparks fly as the tip of the sparkler fizzles and turns into a ball. That ball begins to tremble. Come on, I can do this. The tip plops off. That doesn't count. It's so wonderful how you can change the world to suit your liking. This time is for real. 5 seconds. If I can hold out 5 seconds, I'll be Inui-san. That sure got a lot shorter. That's how much I want to win. Gosh. The tip of the next firework turns into a beautiful sphere and sparks shoot out of it. Misaki's face glows orange. Beautiful. Yeah? I was thinking how beautiful Misaki is. Not just outwardly, but deep down too. If she wasn't, she never would have agreed to save me, nor would she be able to go through such rigorous training. Man, this is awesome. I think this could go all the way. The sparkle begins to fizzle out until the ball reaches the paper and goes black. You want to go next, Masaya? That was beautiful enough. I'm satisfied. Yeah. Misaki looks up at me. Wow. You're so kind, Masaya. Ah. I'm nothing special. I beg to differ. Misaki's smile is saving me and gouging at my heart. Ah. This is a peaceful moment. This right here. The stillness of the night sky. Being in the confines of the one which you have your heart for. I can only accept her words in silence. Is that it? School. Today is the opening ceremony. I feel awkward. Asuka and Madoka may already be in classroom. I should just treat them normally, right? Exactly, man! But I feel guilty, like I've betrayed everyone. There's a dull pain in my gut. The moment I open the door... Oh! I lock eyes with Asuka. Good morning. Good morning. Asuka comes trotting over to me. Has Masaya-chan gotten stronger? She gets straight to it. I think so. Great. Then you kept the promise we made. Yeah, I think so. But you could just ask Misaki her... Asuka forces a smile. Misaki-chan's been like that the whole time. For goodness sakes. She just can't accept warnings, can she now? She's lying prostrate on her desk. She's sleeping peacefully. Misaki-senpai! Gosh, Misaki-senpai, I haven't seen you in a while, so I want to hug you and squeeze you and all kinds of other things while you were asleep. Please wake up and pay attention to me! Not a chance. This is a natural state in the mornings. Yep. I know that much. I've only got one option left. Which is... chocolate, duh. I just have to wave it in front of her nose and she'll wake right up. Here, Misaki-senpai, have some... Misaki suddenly opens her mouth wide and gobbles up a piece of chocolate Mashua is holding like a carnivorous fish that's been laying in wait. Oh no. Well, it seems your one option was down and out for the count, Mashua. You got another backup strategy? Then I'll just have to give all the snacks I have on hand. If they run out, I'll just call home and get a delivery. Don't force feed the girl. I'm trying to keep her from eating candy outside for when she needs stress relief. Oh, a cheater. Since when am I the cheater? Because everything you do is unfair. You got Misaki-senpai to yourself the whole summer break. I'm so jealous I feel dizzy. I didn't have her all to myself. A bunch of other people helped us practice. I know my brother went to help me. He was really pumped, saying he couldn't refuse a request from Hinata. Oh my, Coach and Prez are in that sort of... we're not in that sort of anything. It would be fun if you were. Exciting too. Give it a break. I respect him and I'm very grateful to him, that's all. I really am in awe of how he values my opinion, even though I'm younger than him, and how he's beyond caring about simply winning or losing in competitions. I'm pretty sure I'd come running too if Prez asked me for help. That's just how it is. I would love to have the mindset of the Prez, really, honestly. Not caring about winning or losing. That's my ideal mindset, but my actual mindset is about winning, for goodness sakes. Well, I'm not even slightly interested in that stuff, but the way you said that totally set my maiden sensor off. Asuka enthusiastically nods. It's so nice seeing me three again, for goodness sakes. I feel like we have indeed betrayed him in a way, but they're not bothered about it. Yeah, mine was set off. It was? What's the little sister to do in this situation? Anyway, I'm asking what you were thinking. How dare you monopolize Misaki-senpai's entire summer vacation? I mean, ugh. Misaki saved me, so I just want to pay her back for all she's done. What do you mean? Well, like, Misaki and I are kind of similar. It's like, we both found ourselves unable to move forward. So I want to save her and to be saved myself. So in short, you've fallen in love with Misaki. Don't sum it up like that. Asuka's hand shoots into the air. I know exactly what to do at a time like this. What she's gonna say? You know, the frafra thing. That's it. Ancient, but still stylish. Sure. It is kind of impressive that Asuka can be so bold despite doing something so embarrassing. Why didn't you ever come to see Misaki, Mishiro? It would have been easy enough to figure out where we were practicing and everything. She could have at least called. Misaki-senpai told me not to. She did? Why? Oh, you know. Mishiro stares down at Misaki as she sleeps. She told me over the phone. She said I would have ended up spoiling her if I went. She made it painfully clear by calling me instead of texting. It felt like I'd been getting away, so I didn't go. You would have spoiled her? I can understand that. You do seem like the type, Mishiro-chan. But really? But I'm younger than you. That has nothing to do with it. You're a very reliable girl. Yeah, feels like you've experienced all the sweet and bitter things life has to throw at you. I have not. Mishiro squishes her cheek against Misaki's back. Summer vacation's over now, so I can finally spoil her all I want. So that's what happened. I never doubted her, but it seems Misaki made up her mind to practice hard from the very start. But I just can't seem to get this. Misaki continues dozing, seemingly ignoring Mishiro's assault. I was so lonely without you coming to eat our Odin. Hold on, Misaki doesn't eat any Odin? No, she said if she started she wouldn't be able to stop. Wow, really? She never even mentioned it, so I forgot all about her favourite indulgence. Man, that's amazing. I mean, it must have taken a lot out of her and all. We have about 3 weeks until the fall tournament. How far will Misaki climb if she gets where she needs to? What'll happen to me? That dark, sticky whatever that's within me seems to be creeping outward. You gotta stop that. I'm called to the staff room after class. Anyway. Aoi-san seeming no different from usual media salesman with questions. How did focusing on being Tobisawa's coach go? You lied to me, Aoi-san. What are you talking about? You told me Misaki wasn't a genius. Heh, so is she then? I think so. A full-blown one at that. In what way? First of all, her reflexes are first class. True. But if that's all it takes to be a genius, wouldn't that make everyone aiming to be a pro Skywalker a genius? That's not all though. Misaki works harder than anyone and produces results. That's why she's a genius. I see. You realize what this means, Masaya, don't you? What? You turned Tobisawa into a genius. Huh? You're wrong. Misaki's just incredible. Either way works. What came first, the chicken or the egg? If you say she's a genius, then a genius she is, but I think Kirishino is even better. Maybe. I'm sure she would have grown even more if you'd coached her. Doubt it. You're a way better coach than me. No matter what I do, I'll always be a superior. I can't see things from the same perspective as you. Though the shoes did help me out there. Asuka must have gotten pretty strong. She has. What would you say to a practice match between her and Tobisawa? Don't you want to see it? I do, but I have to refuse. Why? Misaki's focused on the fall tournament. Her concentration would break if she had a match against Asuka now. Winning or losing doesn't matter. It won't be a good result. I'm sure Kirishino would jump at the opportunity. Don't try and tempt me. Everyone works differently. That's all there is to it. You're not going to change my mind. Eri-san's eyes widen as she stares at me. What's so funny? Oh, you're just thinking you've already grown up. You passed, Masaya. Huh? You make a fine coach. The very first thing a good coach needs to be able to do is understand their players. If you'd readily agreed to my proposal, I would have been disappointed. God, give it a rest already. My bad. You really have grown though. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the fall tournament. Same here. I say that as I bow to her. If you shift into inflated flight now, how do you think your opponent would respond? We'll probably end up observing each other. We're spending today doing Mr. Shito's stimulation training in Misaki's room. Honestly, we should be taking a break from practice, but Misaki insisted that she couldn't sit around doing nothing with the fall tournament only a week away. Okay, so we proceeded 2 weeks into the game, for goodness sakes. How much better has she gotten? That said, rest is still important, so we settled for simulation training. Huh? Someone actually does that? While they're waiting? I'll snatch a boy. Not to worry. Bam! Shadow Clone Jutsu. Mr. Shito split in two? One more time. This isn't anime now, okay? What's that anime where the character just divide himself up and then, but each part then is divided in power? I'm not too sure. Positioning? Who cares? 2 of them block your path while the 3rd whooshes around the field touching the boys and racking up points. Just because you're tired doesn't mean you can make a mess of things. Actually, where'd you even get those, Mr. Shitos? Been playing the crane games? From the garbage can in the arcade, I think some people only got him to satisfy their hunting instincts, then realised they didn't need him and threw him away. I felt sorry for him, so I decided to take him home. Poor Mr. Shito. Right? He's pretty cute if you look close enough. Hey, you know. What's with a sudden tone shift? You know, Grandma's not home right now. Right? You squirmed. You totally just squirmed. Did not. Police! We've got a squirmer over here. Don't call the cops on me. How is looking at your girlfriend and squirming a crime? This guy won't stop claiming he's my boyfriend. I'm pretending now? Don't they say you shouldn't, you know, before a match? Some people say there are actual reasons for it. Some say it's all just superstition. I don't really know. This tournament is really important, so even if it is just superstition, maybe we shouldn't. It sucked to feel like we lost because we fooled around beforehand. But I really don't know if there's any truth to it. The woman who dominated the FC in Europe recently said to be with her fiancé 24/7. So I'd imagine they had some fun before her matches. She was still demonically strong, so it probably depends on your outlook. I think mentally it will stimulate you with a bit of you-know-what time. So I had a thought. We will probably want to fool around anyway, so why not make today the last time before the tournament? Oh, okay. Assuming that we're gonna do stuff, what would you like? I'm down for anything. I'm in the mood for whatever you want to do today. I pick Misaki up and place her on the bed. This leaves her sitting on the bed, which I also climb before positioning myself. Why? You're being kinda aggressive today, Masaya-san. You think I have a choice after what you just said? I don't know. I'm not you, so what do you plan to do now? That's not something I can express in words. Oh, you're terrifying. I can't express it in words, but I think I can. Okay, just get it across. That was the worst joke you could have made right now. I quit. This ain't happening. Sub in for me, Mr. Shitu. Not on my watch. Misaki reaches out and grabs hold of Shitu-kan. Take this. Shitu-kan squishes against my face. Yeah, I've been missing you, Masaya. Misaki was kind enough to tag out for me. I see Mr. Shitu's dialect is still as unstable as always. I never know what will come out of his mouth next. All I wanted to do was go into you, Masaya, but I can feel you. Okay. This isn't a horror flick. I know how this goes. Some creature gets inside of you, then you die. Worst case scenario, it takes over your body, and then you become something like a zombie. Then I'll be doomed to assist in the birthing of more Mr. Shitus until my body finally rots away. So you're saying this is a Nurax worm scenario then? I'd been groaning as I wander around in search for fresh stuffing full of plushy gods. Please get Mr. Shitu away from my face, I'm begging you. I always figured you weren't showing Mr. Shitu enough love for everything he's done to help us train. You need to express your gratitude. Says the girl throws him around the room and tries to make him break the speed of light. But that was love. That's what happens when my love runs deep. You need to watch out for when I start throwing you around the room too, Masaya. That's how I express my love. So I'm going to be the first person to go faster than the speed of light, huh? And then I'll finally know how much you love me. We're going straight from horror to sci-fi. I prefer sci-fi than horror, to be honest, when it comes to this sort of stuff. Quit trying to hide Mr. Shitu while you distract me. I snatch Misaki's Mr. Shitu and stand up. What are you confiscating him for? I gently put him down on the desk. I put him down normally, facing into the room, but then reconsider. Not once to feel like he's watching me the whole time, I turn him to face the wall. Why do I feel like someone's giving me a death glare? Where is it coming from? Oh, there are a bunch of Mr. Shitus in the room, huh? I quickly gather them all up and sit them on the desk facing the wall. You're that bothered by the Mr. Shitus looking at you? I am now, yeah. Now that they're all gathered together, they can talk to each other at night. That's a terrifying thought. You look at all those eyes. Those like the eyes of an Esper from Pokemon. Never imagined they evolve so quickly. So what do they talk about? Conquering Shitu. For real? Sheesh, this island's doomed. We have no hope of winning. It won't be long before the whole world is covered by a shroud of Mr. Shitus. Probably better off actually than us, to be honest. There's one other reason for not wanting them looking at me, but the main one is that I don't want anyone else seeing you. Yep. Oh my, you're just some stuffed toys, Masaya. Just think of it as how deep my run loves. I sit back down on the bed and reach out to Misaki. Hehehe. Misaki pokes her own lips. I think my switch will be flipped even if you kiss without setting the mood first, so go ahead. Sure thing. Bring it. Go ahead and flip my switch. Misaki shuts her eyes. Misaki, who's lying down beside me, pushes her head into the pillow. Man, the summer heat feels so good. It's like it's soaking into me. We were pretty cold a few minutes ago. We should be boiling now, since the AC's off, but instead it feels nice and mild like a warm spring day. That's cause you couldn't stop me. You couldn't stop Masaya. You're not one to talk. Well, I mean, sorry. No, I'm sorry. Now that I think about it, I shouldn't have forced you to take a cold bath right before a big tournament. What I've done if Misaki had caught a cold. Oh, that's fine. Like, if we went to the beach for a change of pace instead, we probably would have spent just as long in the sea. I guess so, yeah. It's totally fine. People in the swimming club use the pool every single day, right? And we did get some exercise in. Yeah, exercise. Exercise. Can't we just leave it at that? Yeah, we're better. It feels better to describe it as exercise. All of that talking and weird stuff we did has my heart feeling lighter. I'm in a good headspace now. Thanks for letting me indulge today. You don't need to thank me. True, you did get your rocks off too. Seriously? Why'd you have to talk like I'm some pervy old geezer? Even though I'm okay now, I'll probably start hoping the tournament gets cancelled when I settle down and try to sleep. Maybe, but that's fine. That's what makes Masaki, well, Misaki. My heart really does feel lighter though. She smiles bashfully. I'll do my best at the tournament. Let's see this through together. Yeah! Misaki used her whole body to give me a large nod. I really do believe. I'm certain Misaki is going to give it everything she's got. Everything she's got. Misaki sighs as she looks up at the sky near the field. Or is it the time? It's finally time, huh? It sure is. The fall tournament has finally begun. I met up with Misaki this morning and she dragged her heels over to the tournament site. We could have come with the rest of Kunohama, but I decided it was best for Misaki that we didn't. She may end up facing Asuka or Mashiro in a tournament after all. Honestly, there's a pretty high chance she'll end up facing Asuka at some point. Misaki and Asuka seemed fine when they would talk during class, so maybe I'm just worrying too much. Well, whatever. I just think it's best they don't see each other on the day of the match. No matter how the two of them feel, it's difficult to play against someone you know. The fall tournament is primarily for newcomers, so it gets less participants than the summer tournament. However, TV channels still come to film it, and it gets a pretty large audience overall. Shooto has the highest level of FC play in all of Japan. It's no wonder our tournaments are so popular. People even come from abroad to see them. It's probably going to be just as lively as a summer tournament. Misaki's ignoring the noisy tournament area, staring off into the horizon. The fall tournament, huh? It still feels like summer all the way through September on Shooto, so it feels more like round 2 of the summer tournament than a full one. Yeah? Misaki gives me that casual reply as she continues to look over on the horizon. What's up? You're concentrating. Some players prefer to play games or something before a match to try and help them relax, but you may find many who scrunch up their brow, shut their eyes, and focus on getting to the right mindset as well. Not really. Just wondering if there's a giant monster who's going to rise up out of the sea and force him to call off the tournament. You're still going on about that? Damn it. I can't help it, I'm scared. Well, at least you can admit to being scared now. What do you mean? Normally just try and act tough. I've never heard you say you're afraid to face what's coming. Really? Yes, really. If things were going bad, then I know admitting to it would just make you get even worse. You're composed right now. No way. I'm not composed at all. If you can make that face while you say that, you're in perfect condition. Gah. You're not making any sense. More sense than your talk on monsters, meteorites and UFOs. Anyway, let's go look at the tournament schedule. Seriously? Why do they do that in the most nerve-wracking way possible? Who the hell announces the matches on the day of a tournament? Just do it in advance to help people get in the right mindset. I think the reverse of what can be said is true. I would prefer to know on the day who I'm facing, for goodness sake, so that it is not something that I can just look up and research. Like, if I'm facing this person in a week's time, then that gives me a whole week to research on them. So that's a bit dumb, don't you think? No, he's complaining to me about it. Come on, let's go. I don't wanna go. Why can't you just take a look for me? Yeah, great idea, me. There's no point if you're not there. Get a move on. I have a bad feeling about this. A really bad feeling. Let's see. I urge Misaki, who's grumbling more than usual due to her nerves, toward the main office where the tournament schedule is posted. And there's Rika. Huh? Don't tell me. Pretty big deal, huh? So I am facing you first, Ejino-san. It's whoever makes these jobs taking their jobs seriously. This is just a repeat of the last tournament. Oh no, we're not playing against each other in the first round. Have you not looked yet? We're just on our way. I see. Why won't you look us in the eyes? Well, no, I really don't want to see. Shall we run home? Yeah, let's just go. Going home isn't an option. Come on, let's take a look. How can you be so calm, Masaya? Because I see no reason to fear whoever it is you're facing. Well, I'm scared. I'm super scared of whoever it is I'm facing. Just get moving. Whoa, hold it, Buster. My heart's not ready. I grab hold of Misaki's arm and drag her with me. Masaya Tobisawa, where are you? Don't look, just stop. I can't take this. I want to go home and get into bed and just hibernate. Masaya Tobisawa, Masaki Tobisawa. I told you not to look, damn it. I'm going home. You're not going home. God, just stop looking for your name already. No. That was the wail of someone drowning in despair. Guess you found yourself. Misaki points at the sheet, remaining absolutely silent. Oh, cool. Masaya-san, may I inquire as to why you're so calm right now? Has the shock rattled you, perhaps? You're the one going crazy here, not me. Yes, I am. How can I have luck this bad? This is ridiculous. I can't even. Aha. The name next to Misaki is Saki anyway. This is a good thing. How? I was hoping you'd get to face her in the first round. Whoa, you finally decided to reveal your sadistic tendencies, huh? Just calm down and listen to me. If you face anywhere in the first round, she won't get a chance to see what you're capable of. Things are stacked overwhelmingly in your favor. I guess you're right. But it also skyrockets the chance that I'll be knocked out in the first round. You have to face anywhere at some point. Doesn't matter if it's the first round, the second round, whenever. If you lose, you lose. May as well get it over with. You'll have to face both Inui and Asuka at some point. Doing it in the first match round, while you still have some tricks up our sleeve, is the best option. This is our best shot of winning. I get what you're saying. If you do, then you just have to agree. Yeah, yeah. Misaki drops her raised shoulders. Then she breathes a shallow sigh. Her complexion has changed ever so slightly. Come to think of it, that day we first practiced with Mr. Shito's. What about it? The two of us touch... Really? Why the hell are you bringing that up now? How did she end up remembering that of all things? You're the one who started it. You're being ridiculous. Doesn't matter if I agree to it or not. My first match is with Inui-san. This stroke of luck has me convinced. Today's going to be your day, Misaki. You mean I'm going to win? Huh? Of course. I clap Misaki on the back. You're making a really scary face, Tobisawa-san. You look like a completely different person from earlier. Huh? I am? Really? It doesn't feel like it. You're very scary today. Yes. I'm not really sure how to respond. The players from Kunohama Academy are incredible. First Asuka looked happy but she had to play against anyway, and now you look positively terrifying. But what's so incredible about that? Maybe Asuka is for being happy about it, but I think my scary face is pretty normal. You think it's normal? It is normal. It really isn't. We're talking about the player who defeated Shendo Senpai at the summer tournament, and then went and won the nationals. I could never face her. Can you win, Tobisawa-san? That's the plan. I'm pretty sure you'd feel the same in my shoes, Echinose-chan. We can't know that for sure, but I am rooting for you. Good luck out there. Thanks. Echinose bows and walks away. Do you think Echinose-chan stagnated? Can't say. Echinose is a simple, straightforward girl. It's just like her to try and tackle things head on. Maybe I could give her some useful advice, but she hasn't asked for any, so it's not my place to get involved. Though, what if I had gone to Takafuji? What if the two of us had worked together? Trying to help a player like her improve sounds fun. Right, let's look for the others. Huh? Asuka's in a different block, I guess. Mishira's in that one too. So if I beat Anyway-san, the only other real threat on this side is Ganiko. That weird girl who's Arika's big sister, huh? I'm pretty sure she's a strong player in her own right. Shoei-san is known for having many skilled Skywalkers. That'll be a tough match. Oh, Mask is in the same block as you. You might even face each other in the second round. I'd rather die than face them. I'm pretty sure if they ordered me to lose, I'd just go and do it. Whether you win or lose is up to you, Misaki. Oh, please, you're supposed to scold me when I'm saying something stupid. No point scolding someone who's already thrown in the towel. Okay, no more kidding around. I'm gonna beat Ganiko and Mask and go all the way to the finals. You think I'll meet Asuka there? Probably. I wonder what I'll end up thinking if things do end up that way. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. When we come to it? You really think I'll get there? Yes! You will. Today's your day, Misaki. I stare straight into her eyes as I say that. Shiraz-san's running a booth here like he did at the summer tournament. I'm sure Prez and Mask are already there. Well, isn't this a stroke of luck? Your first match is against Anyway. This is going even better than I hoped. You should rejoice that you aren't facing the Mask. It would have been your one-way ticket to hell. Oh yes, I'll count my lucky stars. Now then, Misaki-chan, whether you win or lose, just make sure you make it a real showy match to hype up the audience. I need every sales boost I can get. I'll do my best. You're not a professional, so you don't need to care about that. Winning or losing doesn't matter, just as long as the audience gets a good show isn't something for amateurs to stress over. I know that, but I feel like I owe him for helping us out so much. I plan on turning you into our sales girl when you win, Misaki-chan. With all the signage handcrafted by you and a life-size cardboard cutout go out with it, so you better win. Is that really gonna happen? Sure sounds like it. No one told me any of that. Well, that aside, not sure we should just brush it off like that, but, well, whatever. You guys did help me out a bunch. Good luck with the match, Tobisawa. Oh, thanks. I'll do my best. Misaki squeezes out her words. Good. Ensure you do your best. I will. You too, Mask. Right, Misaki. As soon as this opening ceremony is over, we'll discuss your strategy. We've practiced this whole time assuming Anyway will be opponent, so it may not be that necessary, but I still want to go over things just in case. Okay, alright. Misaki shakes her head as if trying to brush something out of her mind, her long hair swaying from side to side. I can do this! Misaki's voice is drowned out by the noise from the venue as speakers blare out warnings that the opening ceremony is about to begin. It's really starting. It sure is. Back when summer break first started, I thought I'd never come back here again. Yet here you are. Misaki looks up at the sky in blank amazement. No matter how much I look at the sky, I never see any monsters or UFOs. Then she turns to face me. I made it. Ah, you made it to these matches. But of course Misaki doesn't care about it being in public. Made it? Made what? Remember how you told me you'd get me there? Huh? But we won't know until after this. No, I've already made it here. Huh? I never thought I'd get to face anyway, San or Asuka. I assumed I'd be curled up in a ball crying. The fear twisted my heart. I hoped that Shatter Wind-san would beat Asuka. It would have made me happy, or so I thought. Right. I like Asuka. She's a good girl. I was the twisted one. I was to blame. I was the useless one. But I wanted her to be just as bad as me. I knew that made me a whole person, but I couldn't help it. However, now that I can stand and face Asuka with no thoughts weighing down on my mind, I just know it. I've made it. Does that make sense? Misaki thinks hard. Right now, I'm not afraid of being here. This is a place you've helped me reach. I see. So I was able to get you there. I'm not saying I have a pure heart. It's still like dirty, I guess. But yeah, it is. It is. But I can stand here without paying any attention to the stuff because I know that all of it makes me who I am. Looks like our summer break wasn't wasted. Nope. I never had such a fulfilling summer before. Makes me want to try my hand at writing poetry about it or something. Thanks for getting me here, Masaya. You're very welcome. I'm happy for you. Right. So I did it. I am actually here. I haven't felt like this in ages. Yes, I'm amazing. Misaki spreads her arms out, spreads out her arms and spins like a little girl. Misaki suddenly snaps to a halt. I need to apologize for calling Asuka a monster. She doesn't even know you said that, so there's no need to apologize. Don't get yourself in trouble for nothing. Guess that's true. Misaki smiles wearily. I suddenly shiver. Not this again, man. I can feel something clinging to my back. I can see you. I call out to it in my mind. Hide all you want. I know you're there. I say to the dark amoeba like that. It's jealousy. No, not jealousy. That word doesn't cover everything about this feeling. It's actually something far worse. Get lost. Get out. Leave me be. I audibly sigh as I shake off those thoughts. Would have been better if you felt this way after the tournament. Why is that? Well, isn't your motivation going to suffer now? Nope, I'm still afraid to lose and still desperate to win. Why? Because now it's my turn to help you, and to do that I've got to win. You think I'll get there if you win? Yeah, of course you will. When you see someone you've helped getting results, you know you did the right thing. Both ways you think you've done the right thing, because you put the hours and the efforts in. Will that actually work though? I feel like a lot of people have already done that, but nothing's changed. What is it that I'm searching for? I'm going to win this, for both my sake and yours. You go do that then, Misaki. You go do that for the both of us. Okay, let's do this. Yeah! Misaki pumps her hands into the air as she cries. I'm walking alone, thinking about the match with Anyway. My mind is abuzz with the thoughts like, we're not missing anything, are we? And, is this really the right strategy down to the wire? Long time no see, I think they say. Perhaps it's just a coincidence. But I suddenly find Irina-san by my side. Oh, hello. You didn't stop being coach? I continued in secret. Too bad you're not there during the match between Kirishina-san and Saki. I wanted your impression. You'll get to see them through Misaki in today's match. The player who not made much impact during summer tournament. That very interesting. Is interesting the right word? It is. This match should be very interesting. You get my hopes up, but I am sure to be disappointed. We won't embarrass ourselves. Asuka will be watching this match, and I promised her I'd made Misaki stronger. So you made promise with Kunashina-san. Tobisawa-san never produced impressive results. Would it not be difficult to fulfill a promise with such mediocre player? You won't be disappointed. So you say, but Saki is best at defeating fighters. I am assured I will be met with a disappointment. Oh yeah? Unfortunately, I'm not too concerned with how you feel, Irina-san. For a moment she seems offended, but she soon breaks out into a smile. I look forward to it. With that she leaves. Oh, I can feel something open inside my heart. Back when I decided to coach Misaki, I felt steel and wind inside my heart. But right now, it's something far more grotesque, something that's been spiraling inside of me for a while now. It reminds me of back when I was still playing FC, the top of a world, and by world I mean like world-class level. It's a place where only people who want to win exist. Misaki just said that she's afraid to lose. The top of a world is a place where everyone is afraid to lose. A place where people fear losing because they're under the impression that if they do, they'll no longer belong. How do I feel back then? Or how did I feel back then? There should be tons of fun memories. No, I know the fun times outweighed everything else, yet for some reason, all I can remember are the negatives. That's just human nature, man. There are lots of Skywalkers who engaged in mind games before the start of a match. Compared to that, what Irina-san just said was kind. My mind is calm, my heart sober, my eyes over. If she thought that would be enough to unsettle me, she's way off the mark. Wait. Calm down. I'm overthinking this, which is exactly what Irina-san wants me to do. It's okay. Everything's fine. You realize what was going on. You're back on track. You're calm. I take a deep breath as I look up at the sky. We'll prove that Misaki's got what it takes to win this whole thing. There's no need to think about anything else. I'm convinced. Let's have a good match. Let's. After the two players exchange their pre-match pleasantries, I speak to Misaki over my headset, trying to keep my tone right. How are you feeling? Not too bad. She forced herself to sound relaxed. Not everything's decided the moment the match begins, so you don't need to be tense. Hell, you'll forget about all your tension when it starts anyway. Right. Just do what we've planned. I know you'll win. Sure thing. How's Inui feeling? Misaki lowers her voice. She's just been staring at Second this whole time. What about her mouth? Not moving. Got it. I hinted just how strong Misaki was in my conversation with Irina-san. I thought that may have raised their guard a little. But if they were being extra vigilant, they would be talking to the very last second. Irina-san played with me like a damn fiddle during our conversation. Ref tells the players to get ready, and a short while later, the blaring horn signals the start of the match. Here we go, the moment of destiny. Inui immediately heads into a perfect low yo-yo, rocketing towards Second. Misaki jumps to the second line in response. Inui is really fast. She's still on the first line, so she hasn't even reached max speed yet, but she's still extremely quick. This match will be decided by how Inui decides to move on the second line. Misaki is circling slightly above the line as she waits. This height should make her opponent think she's not considering her positioning. However, if Inui moves to steal her position, Misaki will just barely take the height advantage first. What will happen? Inui touches Second, making it 0-1. I gulp as I wait and watch. Time moves slowly, Each fraction of a second feels like an eternity. Misaki probably feels the same way. Inui uses recoil from the boy to accelerate. She shoots off straight along the line. Ah! My heart starts racing. Yes! Inui and Irina-san clearly don't know anything about Misaki. I was worried that they might caught wind of our practice sessions at the beach, but it seems like Misaki's lack of results in any previous tournaments kept them from looking into her. Misaki, press down on Inui's head. Got it. Inui's definitely fast. However, we've been practicing this exact same move on Prez, the fastest speeder I know, who can now employ feints. Eat this. Huh? Surprise instantly runs through Inui. Bet she never expected that. Shirazu-san let me watch some of her matches from the Nationals when I was at the store. Inui played all of her matches as a speeder, racking up points through boys alone to completely dominate her opponent. The tactic that shocked us to our course was one she only used against Shindu-san. The level of FC on Shitu is higher than it is at the Nationals. I doubt Inui has any tactics she uses against strong players other than maintain a height advantage, and she doesn't see Misaki as a strong player. And Inui is sent downward from the impact. Meanwhile, Misaki used both hands to press down on Inui, swings her arms to take advantage of the recoil and pulls upwards. She kept the height advantage. This is exactly how Inui acted at the summer tournament, as well as in her match against Asuka at the Takafuji training camp. And now Misaki can do it too. I want to scream my thoughts from the top of my lungs. What do you do now, Inui? What about you, Irina? You don't want to reveal the ace up your sleeve, right? You don't want to show your method of attacking from a lower position, do you? That's your trump card. Of course you want to keep it hidden. I bet you were hoping to conceal it until you got to Asuka in the finals. I'm right, aren't I? You've already got a 1-point lead. What will you do now? You revealed it in your practice match against Asuka, right? Are you going to do it now? Inui looks up at Misaki as she changed her trajectory. I knew it. She jumps to the third line. Misaki, you know what to do. I know. Low yo-yo to accelerate and touch third. Now it's 1-1. Misaki, don't lose focus. We can't afford a single mistake in a match like this. Roger. If we leave a gap that leaves, so that's Inui score a point in a dogfight, or let her touch two boys in a row, we're done. The score is currently 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 3-4. This is going exactly the way I hoped. They now know that Misaki's learned to keep a height advantage, but we're still hiding that we've figured out a way to attack her from below. If this keeps up, we'll head into overtime based on the scores being even, then eventually a sudden death. In that case, whoever scores first will win. As long as we keep the score the same or within a 1-point margin, we can pull out a win. There's no need to reveal our trump card. Sure, Irina-san purposely brought up Asuka's name in the conversation, but I was doing some preparations of my own. Now I just hope her plan is to not reveal anything they want to keep a secret until their match with Asuka. Inui waits above the third line. Seeing this, Misaki jumps to the fourth line. Yes! Everything's still going as planned. Go, Misaki-senpai, you can do it, I know you can! You can do it. Hey, Asuka-chan! Asuka-chan! Oh, yes, what is it? You're concentrating super hard, huh? I'm so happy that Misaki-chan's learned the meaning of keeping a height advantage. She really is incredible. Of course she is. Misaki-senpai can do anything. Yes, but I'm worried this might be too much for her. She doesn't seem tired. Yeah, but that's not a problem. Misaki-senpai is incredible even when she's tired. You know, this is going pretty much the same as your match with Inui-san, Asuka-chan. Come to think of it, they are just jumping lines and letting each other to touch boys one at a time. They're trading points without Misaki-senpai ever getting in front, just like in your match. At this rate, Misaka's gonna lose, isn't she? Did you teach Hinata how to counter anyway, Sam Miss Kagami? I didn't teach him anything. Why not? Because thinking through these things is what helps you grow. Masaya had to do it by himself, so I let him. Then if Masaya-senpai hasn't figured anything out, Misaki-chan will win. Why do you think that? Because there's no way they haven't thought up of anything with the two of them working together. It's not easy to think of a tactic to break through this deadlock. That doesn't matter, the two of them are geniuses. The two of them, huh? Yes! I think so too. What exactly is a genius to you, Kurashina? Well, someone who can not only meet your expectations, but exceed them. Indeed, a genius is someone who exceeds your expectations, I'm sure. Yes, I know it. Ha, now the real match begins. Haha, Misaki-san is incredibly tired. That looks hard. It's okay. Our trump card, our spade, has yet to be pulled out. She's pushing herself to the limit. I wonder if Hinata's instructions are too much for her. They simply can't be. Yeah, there's no way. I am worried. Being tired slows your decision making. But if things go according to plan, and if Tobisawa can pull off her sumo without panicking, she'll win, right? But the chances of pulling off an attack from below, even from Asuka-chan, aren't high. On the other hand, Anyway will be seeing it for the first time, so reactions will be delayed. Anyway is something special though. She will do it. I'm absolutely certain. Oh, why is that? I can just tell. I can feel it in the air. This is how it feels when Tobisawa-san is concentrating extremely hard. Well, if that's what you think, you must be right, Minamo-chan. The problem now is that when Masaya makes the call, it doesn't matter how hard Tobisawa is concentrating if Hinata messes up with timing. Masaya-san won't fail. Those two are completely in sync. They're getting closer all the time, so he won't fail, though it hurts to admit. I see. So it hurts? Yes, it hurts. Right. Come on, Misaki, you can do this. Misaki's gasping for air. This isn't a particularly intense match. If anything, it's the opposite. The kind that might be met with boos from a crowd who doesn't understand what's going on. Ha 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 ha. I wonder how many people in the audience realize how hard Misaki is working to remain vigilant. Things are continued the exact same way they began. There are 2 minutes left, and they're dead even at 6-6. Anyways, hovering above the 4th line, while Misaki is approaching first. Misaki, we're using the sumo next. Why the hell did we settle on calling it sumo? It totally kills the hype. You're the one who said you're fine with the name. I didn't actually mean it though. Could you pan a bit harder? Don't make it seem unnatural though. Why? We're going to make them think you've been cornered and are lashing out. Oh, that's a pretty low blow, coach. This is all part of FC. Just think of it like a feint. You need to do all you can to try and deceive your opponent if you want to win. And you don't want to lose, do you? I don't want to lose. What was that? I don't want to lose. Then get going. Misaki charges, shoulders heaving, teeth clenched, an expression of sheer frustration on her face. I don't look over Iwin-san, but I'm sure there's a scornful smile on her face. I hope that smile only breaks the moment she realizes she's been completely outdone. Meow! Inui positions herself to intercept. Misaki's charging, her back exposed, seemingly completely exhausted. The natural response to intercept, even if Inui's managed to notice something. and has her guard up. Has Irene-san? Has she realized? Is she afraid of Misaki? Is she telling Inui to be careful? Misaki heads straight for Inui while maintaining normal flight. Inui hovers slightly higher up. She plans to drag Misaki in, then create enough space for her to touch Misaki's back. She's raising now to create that personal space for herself. Doing so will make it easier to think calmly. When's the right moment? When should I make the call? Misaki! Got it! Misaki does a half roll into inverted flight. Huh? The two end up flying parallel facing each other, Inui on top, Misaki down below. Inui attempts to tear away from Misaki, displeased by recent development. Ah! I won't let you get away. Inui reaches her hands out behind her in the direction she's moving, interrupting her flight. She avoids Misaki's hand in disgust. Her speed is dropping now. Perfect! Go, Misaki, go! You slowed down, and you're right in each other's faces now. Misaki succeeded in exchanging blows with Shindo-san at the Takafuji training camp before the summer tournament. This is her domain. I've got you now. Yeah. Misaki rocks herself in a semicircle, moving left and right. She's repeatedly feinting which side she plans on pulling up from above. Ah! Inui is increasingly frustrated, bending further forward in an attempt to pull away from Misaki, but now she's unable to make any subtle movements. Misaki draws a small circle as she turns sideways into an ascent. The small-scale battle is where Misaki triumphs at. What? Ah! She's got the height advantage at point-blank range, which means Inui's back is right within her reach. Got you! Misaki reaches out her hand. And she scores! 7-6. Recoil sends them flying opposite directions. I did it! Ah! Huh? Determination solidifies in Inui's eyes. She shoots up like a bullet. She's wearing speeder shoes, which means her initial velocity should be low. How did she manage to gain so much speed that quickly? Wait, no! Misaki, this isn't the time to relax. Yeah. Inui rushes up to Misaki. She remained to reclaim the height advantage that quickly. I knew Misaki lowered her guard after scoring a point, but... no, that doesn't matter right now. Misaki, don't lose! Misaki immediately resumes her inverted flight. I won't lose. I won't lose! Inui plunges down toward Misaki, who flies inverted. Misaki simply does a half rotation to the side and ascends. Their positions have swapped again. Inui opens her mouth wide and screams. I won't lose. They're like two sides of the same coin. If Misaki had let her concentration slip for just a second longer, or if there'd been a slightly bigger gap in her inverted flight, then I'm certain that she would have been overwhelmed by Inui and had the tables turned on her again. But Misaki's grown stronger. Now that she's taken the lead, she'll defend it to the bitter end. Saki Inui has been defeated. The two players come to a halt. Inui's shoulders heave as she stares fixedly at Misaki.